Introducing The Carpet. The Carpet is a current affairs talk show that discusses topical issues from all walks of life. My name is Otache, and I am the explainer-in-chief. The Carpet features intensive interactions with newsmakers and those who matter. The Carpet is exclusive to NSTV and airs weekly to educate and keep you enlightened on developments in our society, with critical analysis by key industry players and our investigative crack team. On The Carpet, every issue is valid, from politics, sports, finance, the economy, agriculture, trade, commerce, entertainment, and so much more. Tune in and stay locked onto NSTV on Fridays at 11 a.m. Follow The Carpet on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Carpet, simply simplifying the news. Hello and welcome to The Carpet. My name is Sonny Otache and I am your explainer-in-chief. The Carpet is that program that talks to you about everything from entertainment, politics, issues making the rounds, trending topics, and all-round gist. This is The Carpet. Welcome to the show. Today on The Carpet, we're hosting Honorable Dr. Joseph H.S. Duza. Thank you for joining us on The Carpet.
Thank you, Carpet team.
Honorable Duza is a retired Navy commander, a businessman, a farmer, and of course, a philanthropist. He is a first-time member of the Niger State House of Assembly, and today he is mounting the carpet to share his thoughts with us. Let's get started. Honorable Duza, you are a soldier but retired. Enjoying retirement and the beauty of nature as a farmer. How was life after service? Being a businessman and a farmer who spent a lot of time in the rural dwellings.
Yeah, honestly, let me commence to say I feel very honored to have you here. It's a privilege. I put it privilege because I'm nobody for you to have deemed it necessary to be here with me, honestly. I have served in the military for 35 years, and after my service, my mandatory 35 years, I was re-engaged for 5 years. During my extra service to the military, I engaged myself as a dedicated farmer, and later my people, the community, lured me into politics. And it's been quite interesting because in the military you are conditioned to face all sorts of situations, and so far so good. I'm in the house now as a member.
And so how was it? How was it during your time in retirement while you were enjoying farming? How was your community? What was the relationship like with the people?
Yeah, I have been with my community even while at work. I never separated from them. Even on mission, I rarely spent 3 months without reaching my people. So it wasn't anything strange for me to come back home, and I was warmly accepted by them. In fact, on several occasions, when they requested from me to come into politics, I discontinued with their request because I felt I can't be in politics with them and I would direct them. But there was insistence. The constituency I came back to was a kind of a captured or conquered constituency. Even after injecting senses in them, cancelling them, there was no change. So I felt if I was in the system, I would be had better. So there was general acceptance by my people, such that the primaries, it was consensus on me.
Well, you're a member of the opposition party, and your people pulled you into politics. And today you are a member representing Munya in the United States House of Assembly.
Yeah.
Now, coming into politics, what motivated you to go for the position of the House of Assembly?
It was the empathic situation of my people. There was no good representative from the local to the federal level of my people. So, and I looked around, there was no competent person among the youths to come out and challenge the opposition. I now felt I should come in and be a gateway to them. And as I keep on telling them, even after victory, I don't intend repeating the same office. Rather, I pray that I move ahead, because it is said when a bird stays on a tree for a very long time, it invites a stone. So I don't intend saying unnecessary on them. For them, I've created a gateway for them to go while I move ahead.
So are you saying that in the near future we should be looking forward to seeing a Senator Duza or a Governor Duza?
Why not extend it to President? By the grace of God, everything is done step by step. And I intend moving ahead. And if that is after revolutionizing and liberating my community, I move ahead with God's permission.
Okay. Now, we know that you were a major stakeholder in your constituency before you got elected into the assembly. Now that you are a stakeholder from the inside, what would you do to enhance the performance of the leadership of your community, your constituency, knowing fully well that now there are other stakeholders who are in from the inside and those from the outside?
Yeah, carpeting, honestly, what I intend doing to my people now, and which I have even commenced, is to prioritize security. Even though globally, in this modern age, security is driven by intelligence and technology. The constituency is not so buoyant to embark on technology, but one will ensure that he retool his intelligence and other strategies to ensure that my people are back to their native community so that they can engage themselves in their occupation. That is the main thing I have to prioritize, to give them peace, to give them safety, so that they can go back to their homes.
Okay, now that is looking at it from the angle of a stakeholder.
Yes.
Now, the people of Munya voted you to represent them in the 10th Assembly. What are your plans, or what would you do to improve their livelihoods?
Honestly, I have a lot to give them. Having assumed this responsibility, my agendas are in security, as I told you, education, health, and so that they will live no different life other than those in towns and other peaceful areas, by special grace of God.
Okay, it is said that once a soldier is always a soldier. Now, how would you bring your wealth of experience from the military to bear in the House of Assembly? Want to help formulate laws that will help the state fight banditry, especially owing to the fact that your constituency is frequently terrorized by the activities of these insurgents?
Yeah, of course. A guru in defense, and that is not any soldier you see that has security in him. But I make sure while I was still with the defense, I developed myself to a doctorate level in security and strategy. So I have these strategies that I will evolve to ensure that peace, not only in Muya, but in Niger State, that I contribute. When you have peace, all other things follows. So I have the capacity when it comes to security and other, and even defense. I analyze, I counsel you on what to do, then tell you on how to go on counter banditry and terrorism, of course.
So in the 10th House of Assembly, do we see an Honorable Duza being the leader of the Defense and Security Committee in the House, the Security Committee in the House?
Well, I cannot only say, because there are others with knowledge also on security, and if the leadership of this house so fit or deemed it necessary to engage me in any of their community, I will give them the best in me.
Even if you were not in the leadership position of any of the committees?
Yeah. The basic things in the house is representing your people. It is not the leadership. So anywhere I am engaged, I give them, I am there to facilitate good governance through effective legislation.
Okay. Now, you're a member of the opposition party. Now, and other stakeholders from your constituency are part of the ruling party. Now, what is the status of your relationship with other stakeholders from your constituency?
Definitely, there will be barrier. But when you become victorious in anything through your party, and you become victorious, botch that differences and look at yourself as if you use that party as a platform to get there, then you synergize and move ahead. That is my own intuition.
No, but is there a possibility of us seeing a cross-carpeting, you moving into the ruling party? Is that a possibility? If they lured you in and they wanted your wealth of experience and they hand the carrot over to you?
It will be a kind of disappointment to my party, because they stood for me. So cross-carpeting should not even come in now. However, if there are hitches somewhere, then one will have no other option than, but I cannot see myself cross-carpeting. Anywhere you stay, as I told you, you come in there through a party. Now that you are there, it's like teaming up with the administration of the entire the entire parties, so that we can move the state ahead.
Now, before the inauguration, you and other of your colleagues had time for socializing, had time to go for workshops together, and had time to go and familiarize and fraternize together. Do you see an excellent working relationship with other members of the 10th House of Assembly, even though now we have representation from multiple parties in the House of Assembly?
Yeah, honestly, it has been a wonderful meeting. I never knew the relationship would be so cordial with other parties. Since we met, honestly, there have not been any differences shown from any other. We operate like one. And I must tell you, the the brain behind this is the executive governor of Niger State. I must give it to him because his unwavering strength and resilience brought us together. Our media meeting with him, he encouraged us to be together, to form a unity. And I must tell you that even before he met with us, when we met, those that were seeking for leadership position in the house were so courageous. They appealed, and we blended and decided to settle with ourselves because the conditions were there, zonings were there, and except you want to be a mischief, you don't lobby into what you know you are not fit to be there. So Bago tried. He even sponsored the entire team for legislative induction training, and other states couldn't do that. Some states even it was just a day, but this our vibrant governor professional in legislation sponsored us for 10 good days and was always encouraging us to be one, and it has been one since the commencement of our legislative section.
Okay, let's take a break now, and then we'll come back. If you're just joining us, this is The Carpet. And today on The Carpet, we're hosting Honorable Dr. Joseph H.S. Duza, popularly known as Commander Duza. Stay with us. There's more coming right after this break. Introducing The Carpet. The Carpet is a current affairs talk show that discusses topical issues from all walks of life. My name is Otache, and I am the explainer-in-chief. The Carpet features intensive interactions with newsmakers and those who matter. The Carpet is exclusive to NSTV and airs weekly to educate and keep you enlightened on developments in our society, with critical analysis by key industry players and our investigative crack team. On The Carpet, every issue is valid. From politics, sports, finance, the economy, agriculture, trade, commerce, entertainment, and so much more. Tune in and stay locked onto NSTV on Fridays at 11 a.m. Follow The Carpet on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Carpet, simply simplifying the news. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is The Carpet. My name is Otache, and I am your explainer-in-chief. Mounting the carpet with us today is Honorable Dr. Joseph H.S. Duza, who is the member representing Munia local government in the Niger State House of Assembly, the 10th Assembly. Once again, thank you for letting us into your space to share these discussions with you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Now, before we went on the break, you were talking about the quality and some of the qualities that the current Niger State governor possesses. Now let's do an assessment of His Excellency Umar Mohammed Bago. What's your assessment of him?
Honestly, he's such a competent man, unassuming. There is one with him. And anybody that is filled up upstairs does not assume. He is a professional in legislation, so we learn from him. In fact, we look at him as the 28th legislator in Niger State because of his glorious antecedent in politics. And the programs and projects he tends to be executing shows that a change has come in. And we pray, it's our prayers, that he maintains that tempo. Otherwise, things were in dandruff in Niger, not until he came in. And he has been encouraging us, he has been handling us fatherly, giving us, irrespective of our party. Our Speaker, Right Honorable Abdulmalik Dandaji, has been so. I wonder, a youth at his age like that, he has been so embedded in blood with intelligence. That cohesion he relates with us, honestly, and the relating between us and the governor has been so cordial, and I don't see Bago backsliding, because he is a person I have known personally even before he assumed that position of governorship. What he was even doing for the youth in Nigeria propelled me even to write in one time appreciating what he was doing while I was even still in the military. So we pray that he continues like that. Consultations are usually done between the executive and the legislation, and he has been doing it, and with that we then intend to be romantic with the executive, but where it becomes necessary we remind the executive that due process has to be followed. Nothing like that has been breached, even though it's early to assess everything, but our prayer is to continue. Anybody that will do good, we always commend good, and we have seen it. So things are going on well, and our target will be met.
Well, the administration is less than a month old in office, and all of this can be considered as a period of honeymoon for the governor, and a period where he rubs everyone's ego. Could this be looked at as a subtle way of playing the assembly into becoming a rubber stamp for the executive?
No. There is nothing like that. Any serious person, any committed person has no time for honeymoon. From day one, it starts. And you can see, even with our president, on his inaugural speech, he was less than 2 hours into assuming the office of presidency, and he started blowing out his trumpet for those repugnant things to start hiding. And good things are coming. We are never overstand. The current members, honestly, when you assess them, you see that there is no robust person in us. Our youthful speaker is always there to even reminding us, the elderly ones, the rope pullers in the house, that we are here to do work, not to romance with any human beings. We are for our people.
Okay, now, if we look back in the immediate past administration, as the administration was winding down, that is the administration of Abubakar Sani Bello,
Yes.
while it was winding down, there were reports that were coming out on the amount of monies that the outgone administration had left as debt for Niger State. Would you recommend, being a person from the opposition, that the Bago administration should probe the Abubakar Sani Bello administration so as to uncover where this money has gone to?
Well, if anything like that exists, if indebtedness is there, otherwise...
Yes, there is. To the tune of over 90 billion, and then another 14 or 22 billion before the administration exited in the last month of the administration. There was another 14 billion that was taken, and which we hear it was what they used for some of the roads that we see across the parts of Mina, like from the Union Bank roundabout and a few other roads, that these were the monies that, and then it was also said that these monies were disbursed in less than 3 days. So would it be right for the Umar Bago administration to probe this? Now you're looking at it from the opposition angle.
Yeah, you see, the house is a thing. An individual cannot decide.
No, this
And
is your opinion.
We are just resuming. And we need to look into those things before one could give his comment on whether the administration. But normally in any administration where criminality exists, it will be dealt as such. So if we at a time discover that such a thing truly exists, we will take a decision to the interest of our people.
And do you think, now we're still talking about states, do you think the Bagua administration is prepared for the challenges ahead, just like the House of Assembly as well? Do you think you're all prepared for the challenges ahead in the next 4 years?
We are prepared. Bagua administration, honestly, is prepared. You can see that since assumption of duty, the following day he has been going on to ensure that those things that are deficient, he immediately tackles them with urgency. So I don't see him relaxing. He will definitely transform the state to infrastructural and economic status.
So now with all of this energy coming from the 10th Assembly, which you're a part of, and the executive part of the government, and then your collaborative works, where do you see Niger State in 2 years from here, and then in 4 years?
Competing with FCT. I assure you, competing, because he has re-emphasized that he wants to make the state an urban, developed state. And 2 years, honestly, is even too far. You start seeing us competing with FCT.
Now, the Honorable Commander, as we would like to call you.
Yes, sir.
Let's look at the state of insecurity in Niger State. What are the causes of this insecurity, and what are the solutions, if there's any?
Yeah. Not only in Niger State, the causes of insecurity today in Nigeria is nothing more than unemployment and poverty. When people are not engaged, they become idle. An idle workshop is to look for other social vices and so that you can live. Today, if the previous administration had intensified, they tried but they failed because the will was not there. Youths are not employed. Poverty persists. The issue of employment now came to be a thing one can consider to be a replacement theory, where Papa go, my pikin, even Papa still there. Children still in school are employed and their counterparts are there, seeing them living in affluence. And so the government, the previous government, did not look into those two major factors, unemployment and poverty. Until you alleviate those two things, the insecurity persists. So in Muya, when I came in, the government never even go to work to even assess whether there were issues of insecurity or so. And unfortunately, honestly, the enlightened ones, the elites there, were so corrupt and deceitful, they never give time to their people. And such things continue to multiply. Nobody cared to, how do I address this situation? So many of them mustered and were finishing the people of Muya. So that even alone touched me and said, look, let me come to the center and make a voice to them. So now, I am telling you, when Bago came in, and for the first time, in the past 4 weeks, there had not been any invention or any attacks by the bandits and kidnappers in Muya. I'm assuring, and I'm saying it categorically because I was in Muya some days back and I came back. What happened? The executive governor contacted the defense headquarters and appealed to them with all seriousness. And he was assured of FOB in Muya and Paikoro. FOB, that is forward operational base. Now it's been approved. Troops are there. Structures are there. Sandbags and other are there. They will soon start building structures. Because that Kafinkoro, Adunu area of Kaduna-Niger border used to be their gateway, their entry point. They come in and then they spread and start palagging here and there. So that place has been blocked, and no any insurgent or any bandit has for the past 4 weeks tried to cross through that area. What they did was to relocate to Brinugwari axis, where we have Rafi and Kaduna border. That is where they operate now. But from where and Paikoro, for the past 4 weeks, nothing unpleasant has been had. So we thank God for the government follow up to establish a fall, and there are even other. It's not everything one will say before you, but there are other sub-units that will be established in other locations in Muya and Shiroro axis. So for that piece, our people have gone back to farm, doing all they need, and we hope that it will be sustained, since a battalion is being established there, so that we have the peace at relative stage.
Okay, well, if you're still here with us, let's take a break, and we'll be right back on The Carpet. Stay tuned.
Introducing The Carpet. The Carpet is a current affairs talk show that discusses topical issues from all walks of life. My name is Otache, and I am the explainer-in-chief. The Carpet features intensive interactions with newsmakers and those who matter. The Carpet is exclusive to NSTV and airs weekly to educate and keep you enlightened on developments in our society, with critical analysis by key industry players and our investigative crack team. On The Carpet, every issue is valid, from politics, sports, finance, the economy, agriculture, trade, commerce, entertainment, and so much more. Tune in and stay locked onto NSTV on Fridays at 11 a.m. Follow The Carpet on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Carpet, simply simplifying the news.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is The Carpet, that show that talks about everything from politics, entertainment, commerce, culture, agriculture, health, education, and everything that comes in between. And mounting the carpet with us today is the member representing Munya local government in the 10th Niger State House of Assembly, Honorable Dr. Joseph H.S. Duza, popularly known as Commander Duza. Once again, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, and to all these viewers, thank you for being there and following up with the show. Now, this is talking broadly of the banditry. Let's narrow it down to our city centers, where we have the issues of thuggery, and have these kids roam around the streets. What can be a possible solution that, if you were asked to proffer one, to bring an end to the thuggery and youth restiveness, especially in Mina, the state capital?
Yeah. I think Chanchaga and others are so infected by the youth restiveness. And the good thing too, if you observe for the past 2 weeks, the government seriously went to arrest most of these youth in various places. Some Chanchaga, some at Sokaka, Huta, and we have not had any unrest issue here. And I think he even said it, the Honorable Governor, that he was going to tackle and deal with issues like that in Milan. And if you observe, for the past 2 weeks, there have not been issue of youth taking over Obasanjo market, taking over Tudunwada and all these things. Most of them were arrested. And I think others have learned a lesson. And what I would also want to bring in is that the judiciary should come up to its own function, because at times you arrest these boys, the judiciary will play over them, the following day they are released. So they should stand their ground. The judiciary should wake up and ensure that when somebody is arrested, he faces the wrath of the law. And some of us, the politicians too, quickly run to police and say release this, release this. That does not help issue. We get them. The security agencies do all they could to get those bad ones among them. But the following day, you still see those human beings on the street. We should, the judiciary and the police should ensure that they don't compromise when you come to tackling youth restlessness.
Okay, now let's go a little broader. Just a few days ago, the new president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu, replaced the service chiefs. Now, what would be your take on the nominations or the appointments that he has given, looking at the spread geopolitically and being someone who is also a professional in this area, of the persons that he has picked? I'm sure some of them might even be your friends.
I was an instructor to them 4 years in India, 1988 to 1992. Yeah, you see, as I said, when a bird stayed on a tree for a very long time, is inviting its tune to itself. The immediate past chiefs have done a lot. They've tried their best, and you cannot try your best enough when you have others. So when it is time, it's timely that the president replace them. Others should come and do the needful so that we can see changes. Because at times, your knowledge exhausts or your experience exhausts. Those coming in, honestly, is a balance appointment. I look at it representing the federal character. And they have that glorious antecedents and feed experience. I've worked with almost all of them because much of my service was in defense headquarters too. And I cannot see them relaxing. Rather, they will fill the gaps left by their predecessors. They are well-trained, competent officers, and the nation will witness what they will do.
Well, what will be your take on the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, who was appointed as Security Advisor? The immediate past service chiefs raised complaints of the fact that, one, he was a policeman, and secondly, he was too junior for them. What's your take on Nuhu Ribadu?
In security, there is nothing. The presidency must have access to know that he has a lot in security to offer. You don't look at persons by his stature and say, or by his service and say he cannot deliver. We believe the presidency must have assessed him and deemed that his feet. They have no option. They are under him, so they must have to play their allegiance to him. And we give him time. I know the president. He's a no-nonsense man. If you go and incompetency cropped up, he throws you away for another person to. Police, even any civilians can be national security advisor. We should not the military, as I told you. It's not, military is purely for defense. Even though some go to add to themselves in terms of security. Like I was in the military and I taught people with my PhD in So anybody that is there and he face, I believe our president, Senator Tinubu, will not spare him. So it's left for him to, and others should join hands with him and move the nation forward.
What about the Inspector General of Police, the one in acting capacity now? Do you think it's a good choice?
Yeah. They must have assessed them, evaluate their decision, decide. He was ADC to Tinubu while he was in Lagos, so the henchman knows about his competency.
You think that it was sentimental in picking him?
It wasn't sentimental. If he was not, you see, anything having to do with the police, it has to do with the internal security. So he must have tested him and he felt he will deliver. And as I told you, if it is by sentimental or error, if you messed up in your office, you'll be fired.
Now, let's talk about the president. The president is also less than 1 month in office. Now let's do an assessment of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. A few weeks in office. How is his performance? What do you see in another 2-4 years with Tinubu as president?
If he continues with his regimentality, which Nigeria needs now, he will succeed. Because you don't give people time before you reel out your decision. So we believe he has good things for the country. We will suffer it, but we will recover.
So you say that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would be a fantastic president.
He will. He will. If he is not infected by his aids.
Okay, well, let's move away from work and talk a little about leisure. Honorable Dr. Duza, how do you spend your leisure time? What do you do?
I listen to music. I play football. There is my football there, you can see.
Yeah.
And I like reading a lot, even at midnight. And I like listening to Prestige FM radio.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
And then what about family life?
Family life, I lost my wife in 2016. But the children are grown up and I'm hard on them. And I'm simple on nothing.
You're military on them.
Yeah. So they keep on asking me to, this person come, my welfare, do this, but me, I must say yes. I went through hard training through my dad, and it pays, and it's paying me today. So forget about any little affluence you have, that you have to be your own. Because we came to this world to represent ourselves. So I keep on telling them that you must forget about what you have or what. I did not even intend to leave anything for you other than that legacy of education, so that you search for your own. Me, I'm gone. I have this house, and this is my house, and when I go, I could even take it off to and give to charity. So you see how I will commit myself to your education, and that's all.
Okay, well, let's leave the military, leave the schooling, leave the politics, and let's talk about Duza as a farmer.
Yeah.
Tell us about your farms and what you do and what you're passionate about on the farm.
Yeah. I started farming. It was an inheritance from my dad. Where we were young, you come back from primary school, your hosts are prepared for you to follow him to the farm. He was a military, but he insisted that anything school, we must back it up with. So it became part of my life. In my almost 40 years in the military, anywhere I was posted to, I must look for backyard and continue farming. So while I was at the age of retirement, the little I had, I have to purchase some plots of land for farming and others. And It's been so rewarding and profitable.
So you'd advise other people to go into farming.
But they should, because it's a thing of sustenance and also of profit. You gain in farming when you commit yourself. It's just that these days the banditry has pursued me in some of my farms. There, poultry, fishery, and others. Variety of things I engage myself. Animal husbandry too. But for those poultry and others that I had a lot, my mass of land for them, the banditry came and I left that one for them. I'm into.
They fed on your farm.
Yeah. Honestly, it's been interesting. When they say you become inferior with your own permission. Otherwise, when you engage yourself, you live a contented life.
Okay, let's talk about your awards.
Yeah.
Awards you've received, and which is your favorite?
It's the meritorious service star I left the military with. And I'm okay with it because it is the highest award by my rank that I am. I'm happy that I had that before I left the military.
Well, thank you for sharing your time with us.
Yeah, and just 2 days ago, the Chief of Naval Staff sent me a delegate from Nigerian Navy headquarters with a felicitation letter.
Wow.
So
Congratulations.
that is my joy. Thank you very much.
Congratulations again.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you for letting us come to share some of your knowledge and take some of your time.
Honestly, I cannot thank you people enough to have created time to come and see a baby shark.
It is always a pleasure.
Thank you.
A shark is a shark.
Yeah. Thank you, great chief. Honestly, I appreciate it. Time to time.
Well, if you're here, this is the carpet, and this is the much that we can take. Today, we've been speaking to Honorable Dr. H.S. Joseph Duza, who is the member representing Munya local government at the United States House of Assembly. The program will be back again same time next week. You can follow us and watch on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course YouTube and TikTok. My name is Sonny Otache, your explainer in chief, saying do have a pleasant time. Goodbye for now.
Introducing The Carpet. The Carpet is a current affairs talk show that discusses topical issues from all walks of life. My name is Otache, and I am the explainer in chief. The Carpet features intensive interactions with newsmakers and those who matter. The Carpet is exclusive to NSTV and airs weekly to educate and keep you enlightened on developments in our society, with critical analysis by key industry players and our investigative crack team. On The Carpet, every issue is valid. From politics, sports, finance, the economy, agriculture, trade, commerce, entertainment, and so much more. Tune in and stay locked onto NSTV on Fridays at 11 a.m. Follow The Carpet on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Carpet, simply simplifying the news.